And welcome to another edition of RCW. I was about to say Global. It's Spotlight today. We'll go ahead and do Spotlight. RCW Spotlight.
And look who's in the spotlight.
Yeah, exactly. It's you.
Boom, boom, boom.
I'm your role model, Rick Lieb.
That's him.
With me is, of course, the Sicilian Beast, Ken Sermonera. Ken, welcome back again.
I'm back.
I mean, you're not here every week, but you're here often enough to where
45 years.
I could probably start getting sick of you again, right?
Yeah, I know. That's my one goal.
Your one goal?
In this whole thing.
You know,
I do that, it's a success.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, I'm glad to have you here. Any week I can get you here is a good week. We got a lot to talk about. RCW, The Art of War. We got some signed matches, some matches I wanted to talk to you about. But one of the things I wanted to bring up before we go to our first commercial break is the new mics. So hopefully everybody hears us even clearer today than they usually do.
Tommy, can you hear me?
Yeah. Tommy. Who the hell?
You got to be old. I'll explain it to you in a commercial.
Yeah, explain it to me in a commercial. Maybe you're talking to little Johnny?
Not little Johnny.
Okay. Yeah. Where's he been? Remember the old referee, little Johnny Wildman?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever happened to him? I used to like him. He made me look like a giant in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But anyway, yeah, so we got the new mics. We got a lot of matches that we could actually talk about for RCW's The Art of War 5 coming up in August 10th at the Akron Turner Club in Talmadge, Ohio. And I'm looking forward to that, Beast. I'm looking forward to it in a big way.
How big was it?
Oh, well, pretty damn big.
That's what she said.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that. All right, with that filthiness in mind, we're going to go ahead and take our first commercial break so we can pay some bills. But when we come back, we're going to go ahead and talk to the Beast here about a couple matches. See you in 2 minutes and 2 seconds.
Remember the old days when pro wrestling was king? Back when the Akron Armory was the weekly stop and the matches you saw were real? Well, RCW does, which is why we are back at the Akron Turner Club for RCW The Art of War 5. This event will feature 4 World Championship matches and features some of your favorite local stars, including George Davis, Marcus Knight, Alexander Crowley, Carly T. Morris, the Champ, John Potok, your role model, Rick Lieb, and so many more. Tickets are on sale now. General admission, $15 in advance, $20 at the door. Front row, $20 in advance, $25 at the door. Doors open at 5 p.m. Bell time at 6 p.m. Rubber City Wrestling. Real professional wrestling. Not that flippy stuff.
Let me help you out of your chair, Grandma.
Hey, what up? This is Jay Music.
Hey, man, it's Randall from Clerks.
And you're watching Rubber City Wrestling. Real pro wrestling, not that flippy stuff.
Rubber City. Isn't that what they call James Franco's bedroom? Guy orders condoms by the pallet.
Snoogans.
Would you like to see your commercial aired on both RCW Spotlight and RCW Global? Contact us on social media at facebook.com/Rubber City Wrestling, Instagram at Rubber City Wrestling, or email us at the RCW Network at gmail.com.
Welcome back to RCW Spotlight. Before we go into any of our the Art of War 5 matches that we wanted to talk to you about today, Beast. This one here, it actually pertains to a friend of yours that you've wrestled many times. Reports that wrestling legend and WWE Hall of Famer Abdullah the Butcher is currently in the hospital. He's reportedly been in the hospital for the last week in Georgia, and is said to be dealing with an intestinal issue. So,
You ever see that guy eat?
no, I have not.
Oh, that's not surprised. That's not a surprise.
What? Because I'd probably be on the menu, right?
That's a snack for
Right.
him.
So, I know that you've worked with Abdullah many times, and
Oh, yeah.
you have the pictures to prove it. And actually, I think I've seen the match before. Fun times, right?
Fun times.
What's it like working Abdullah the Butcher? You have a story?
I love razor blades. Anyway,
Or forks, or spoons, or whatever else he can get his
kitchen
hands on.
utensils, you name it.
Yeah, exactly. That man there loved to stab.
Yeah, and the only time I ever had to face a kitchen utensil before that was my mother's gimmick, the wooden spoon.
Oh, absolutely. Me too. Growing up in Italian homes, we're very familiar with having to face objects from the kitchen. So, yeah, that happens.
I'll tell a story if they want to censor it. They can.
Try and tell it without swearing.
Yeah, there'll be no swear words.
Okay, let's hear it.
All right. So I'm about 18 years old. I come downstairs. I'm all dressed up. She goes, "Where are you going?" I said, "I got a date with Mary Ann." "Oh, well, what are you doing that for?" "Because I might get some." She pulls out this wooden spoon, cracks me across the back. It shatters in about 19 pieces all over the kitchen. And that's my kitchen utensil story.
So, my kitchen utensil story is this. My mom used to use whatever she can get her hands on in the kitchen.
Right.
Well, unfortunately, the utensil that she got a hold of one day was a broom and broke the broomstick over me.
What part of your body?
Oh, the back also. Yeah, they love to hit you in the back.
Yeah.
That's how we got ready for the steel chairs.
That's how they knew they were going to damage no,
Right.
major organ or anything.
Exactly. So, yeah, I've had that. I mean, she's hit me in the knees, hit me in the hands, hit me wherever that. I've grabbed brooms and broke them over my knees so that she couldn't use it, only to find out now I've given her two weapons.
And I knew I was headed for the wrestling business because I yelled into the other room at my dad and said,
Tag me in.
"Dad, she got a gimmick. She got a gimmick."
Oh, I would have said tag me in because I don't need this anymore. Anyway, so yeah, Abdullah the Butcher, you're in our thoughts and prayers. Hopefully you get better very soon.
I always liked him.
Also, I don't know if I'm supposed to say what wrong, but my good friend Sam Houston, who
Yeah, I met.
wrestled in the NWA and WWF back in the day, also brother of Jake Snake Roberts and Rockin' Robin. Sam is he's having medical issues. He's not going to be able to make it to the him and Black Bart actually both, and so they won't be making it to the Cauliflower Alley Club this year. Nor will the Sicilian Beast.
I might. We got to talk about that later.
Okay, we'll talk about it. Definitely, 100% talk about it. Same issues, by the way, different areas.
All right,
That's
exactly.
about all I'm going to go ahead and reiterate on that. But our thoughts and prayers are with those guys as well. Now, let's get back to the business at hand, and that would be Rubber City Wrestling, The Art of War 5. Beast, you see that me and John Potok are going to be wrestling it.
Yeah. How old is he?
53. He'll be 54 September 24th.
So he's actually older than you.
Ask me how I know this.
How do you know this?
My birthday's August 24th. He's 1 month after mine. I was only on a TV show with him, and I've only known him since I was 10 years old.
Okay, Potok.
Yeah. I was best friends with his brother Fred. And rivals with him. And guess what? Apparently the rivalry never ended.
Never ended, huh?
Never ended. We went on PWW, and that turned into a lot of back and forth. And then you dropped your phone there, Ace. I got it for you. Don't worry. And then we went to UWC Wrestling. We were both on the same roster there, and we had our battles. We're both world champions in UWC. He's a 2-time world champion there. I'm a 2 or 3-time world television champion there and a world heavyweight.
I'm looking forward to meeting him.
Yeah, you would be.
Will I like him, or is he a jag off?
Oh, you'll probably like him. I'm not going to like him. Okay. I'm going to be there. I'm there to re-retire him.
Okay. That's what you really want to do.
I don't know. I mean, unless he wants to, get down on the ground and say I'm sorry and kiss my ring, then I'll probably forgive him for his sins, especially if he calls me Godfather. I'm like, forgive me, Godfather.
Father Lieb. Yeah. Forgive me, Father, I have sinned.
Not Father. I am not a priest.
You got 5 kids. What the hell are you talking about?
Okay, maybe I am.
Okay.
I'm a Catholic priest then.
Yeah, of course.
There you go. An Italian Catholic priest.
Yeah. Surprised there ain't 10 kids.
Yeah, you got to be Italian family there, right? So anyway, that was one of the matches. John, jacked, big, looks like a bodybuilder, looks like Lex Luger.
Whoa. Yeah. Okay.
But as we all know,
he'll be there on the 10th of September.
He'll be there on the 10th of September.
August. Or is it August?
Yeah. No. I'm hoping that John gets the memo that it's the 10th of September.
I'll make sure he knows.
I expected him to agree.
I'll make sure he knows it's August.
I want him to know. I want him to know too, because like I said, he might be stronger, but I'm in wrestling shape. I'm going to stretch the man.
Wrestling shape.
Yes. I've been wrestling
before
nonstop for the past
before or after you get beat up.
Years. Huh?
Because that's also wrestling shape.
Yeah, I get that. But I plan on, once he starts sucking wind, I plan on beating him.
Sucking what?
Get your mind out of the gutter. Says your wife never?
It's the cancer drugs, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, we'll blame it on that.
They make you do funny stuff.
Okay, so anyway, a couple matches. We've already talked about a few, but one of the other ones, if you've seen the last episode of RCW Global, you'll see that now it is official. Aaron Black will be taking on Scott E. Stevens, and the winner gets the vacated Global Television Championship.
You know how I feel about those two, right? They deserve each other.
Do they?
Yeah.
Yeah? Well, Scotty Stevens has been resurrected. He's now a member of the Way. He's finally saw the light, and no longer is he...
Me and him had a discussion about that.
Did you?
Yeah.
And you love it, right?
I says, how long till they screw you over, Scotty?
What?
So, come on, Beast, you don't mean it. I said, maybe.
You don't mean it, Beast, and you know you don't. Come on now. Listen, Scotty Stevens was a student of mine. Okay? You know this, I know this.
Did he get straight A's? Or
No, he did. And that's the thing. He was such a good student that I didn't feel like I needed to be around him. You know what I'm saying? I felt like all I had to do is let him be him.
Yep.
And because he's a natural born leader. He's a fantastic wrestler. You know, he's got the size. He's like 6'4".
That's what she said.
He's or 6'3" or 6'4", something like that. He's a phenomenal professional wrestler. So and it was my fault. I never once thought, hey, I need to take this guy under my wing and maybe it'll help him further his career. And it didn't dawn on me until during that match that, you know what? This guy here, all he's looking for is a shot. And I am the one that kind of probably was hurting that chance of getting the shot. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so in bringing him into the Way, I believe I'm going to be able to get him shots at possibly, I mean, he's over 250 pounds. He weighs about 260. So there's a shot right there. I could probably get him at the World Super Heavyweight Championship. Rossiter said that he's openly said he's looking for a tag team partner. Him and Scott E. Maybe they put together, get him a shot there. He's already just signed up with the Way. Now look at him. He's already got a TV championship match. So, I mean, good things are going to come his way because he made a great, not just a great career move, but a great business move.
Yeah. That's what you got to do.
Right. What do you think?
I think.
You still think he's a jag-off?
Yeah.
After he did this?
Yeah.
Beast, come on. We're going to have a talk with this. You can't be doing that. You can't be doing that. Okay, we're going to do one more match that's on here that just got announced. Speaking of Rossiter and the Way, James Lethal.
Right.
Now, James Lethal was at one time the number one contender for the Super Heavyweight Championship, but then, of course, he walked to the ring and blew out a knee or something. And, the guy can't walk 5 feet without breaking something or injuring something. And so he ended up having to watch as his turn got taken by Big Blackhawk, and Blackhawk did what? Ended up taking the belt.
He took the belt.
So there he goes. He lost his shot, and now he's trying to work his way up. But instead of working his way up by finding somebody that made sense, he went with a guy who's just on the cusp of either super heavyweight or heavyweight. He's 250 pounds even, and that is John Rossiter.
Right.
Now,
that's a big boy, though.
Oh, gosh, yeah. I mean, so it's now you've got James Lethal, who was at that pinnacle, and now you've got John Rossiter, who's also looking for that. Right. And I'm telling you what, I don't know if it's a number one contenders match, but it's definitely going to open some eyes, and one person in particular is Big Blackhawk. So that match there, now, it just got signed. What do you think on that one? What's your thoughts on that one?
I think it's good. I'll tell you what, you can flip a coin on this one.
I don't think so, but we're not doing our pick.
Well, I didn't think you'd think. What do you know?
What do you mean you don't think I think?
As my old man used to say, that's your problem, you don't think.
Oh, I think a lot. I just don't think that a flip of the coin. I'm pretty sure I know who's going to win that one, and let's just say that he's sporting the way.
All right,
I'll leave it
we
at
got
that.
Jimmy the Greek over here.
Hey, Jimmy the Greek was awesome, and you know he was awesome.
Sure.
Now, one thing that I'm hearing, so that's why we're not talking about that match, the World Heavyweight Championship match. I'm hearing right now, management and George Davis not seeing eye to eye. And if that's the case, I don't know what's going to happen, because Marcus Knight just earned a shot for the World Heavyweight Championship. So hopefully my guy, George Davis, and him and whoever Shannon Goho and Andrew and them all talk, and they get this all figured out, because the last thing we want is to not have our world champion, your favorite wrestler, George Davis, in there competing.
He's my favorite now?
Always been your favorite. Oh, man, that tumor really must have taken some of them.
It's not a tumor.
Anyway,
I waited all day for that.
I bet you did. We're going to go ahead and take a commercial break. But when we get back, we're going to take your questions.
Remember the old days when pro wrestling was king? Back when the Akron Armory was the weekly stop and the matches you saw were real? Well, RCW does, is why we are back at the Akron Turner Club for RCW The Art of War 5. This event will feature 4 World Championship matches and feature some of your favorite local stars, including George Davis, Marcus Knight, Alexander Crowley, Carly T. Morris, The Champ, John Potok, your role model Rick Lieb, and so many more. Tickets are on sale now. General admission, $15 in advance, $20 at the door. Front row, $20 in advance, $25 at the door. Doors open at 5 p.m. Bell time at 6 p.m. Rubber City Wrestling. Real professional wrestling. Not that flippy stuff.
RCW Rubber City Wrestling.
Hello, yes, this is Danhausen.
This is Sunny from Glow.
The Birdman Coco Beware.
Duke the Dumpster Drosen.
Gangrel, and you're watching Rubber City Wrestling.
Real pro wrestling.
Not that flippy stuff.
Get your thrill with the real.
Keep banging and banging.
Take care and Sunny smiles.
Catch RCW Spotlight Sundays and RCW Global Thursdays only on the RCW Network on YouTube.
Welcome back to RCW Spotlight. Well, fans, it's that time of the show again. You've got questions?
We got answers.
Now, if you'd like for us to answer your question on the air, feel free to write us at
x.com/Rubber Wrestling.
Wrestling Rubber. You ain't been gone that long.
I still hate it.
But we're not actually going to be taking their questions anyway.
Okay, good.
Instead, we're going to go ahead, since we have a live studio audience today, we're going to go ahead and see if they have any questions for us. So you with the Ultra MAGA hat on, go ahead and ask.
This is for the Sicilian Beast himself. In your very long and varied and checkered career, what is your favorite finishing move?
Winning. Just winning.
Favorite finisher?
Winning.
Do you have a favorite finisher from someone else? Like, have you ever seen a move and you're like, oh, wow, that's pretty cool?
I like the bear hug until he submits.
Yeah.
Give him a cry like a little girl.
Old school.
Yeah.
Like that. I know my one son loves the claw.
That's
and
it.
I'm like, you dang Von Erich fan.
Yeah.
No, I'm just playing. Kevin Von Erich's my guy. Shout out to Kevin. But California Alley Club guy.
That's right.
And so are his Marshall and Lance.
Right.
So no, not Lance. What the heck? I'm gonna get in trouble for this one. They're gonna be like, dude, why?
What was the young one's name?
Yeah. Oh, the youngest one?
Yeah.
Probably.
He was a little guy.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember either.
But,
oh, well.
Yeah. I don't care. Anyway, we'll go ahead and throw it to me too then, since my favorite finishing move has to be the role model clutch. I mean, it is a freaking camel clutch and a cobra clutch combined.
Oh.
I mean, you can't beat that. It hurts.
A little bit of
my opponent.
Smorgasbord there.
All right, you.
So.
With the, what's your shirt say? Alive to God and Christ Jesus. I like your shirt. You know I'm an ordained minister, right?
Oh, no, I didn't know that, sir. Thank you
Okay,
very much.
there you go.
All right, this question I just happened to come across a little bit ago. And that is, if you had 2 opportunities to challenge. There you go.
I already hate them. All right.
My man.
2 opportunities to challenge.
Well, if you had an opportunity to face 2 of the best young bloods, if FCW comes to air, who would they be and why?
Oh, so another FCWF question. I think it's the same guy. No,
good chance.
Some of the younger students. Okay, I've been paying attention to these guys rather close. I know that once they get the proper equipment, aka computer or laptops or whatever the heck they all need, these shows will start airing. They're supposed to be airing by the end of summer, but time is ticking. I know that we got Draven Post and Bradley Kepler going to be doing that. King Kepler or the Gentleman Kepler. We're going to have a fan poll on that one. What would you like better? The Gentleman, Bradley Kepler, or King Kepler? So we're going to do that one. We'll see what you guys like. But anyway, they're going to be doing the live commentary for that. And the young guys, if we had a chance, first of all, if you had a chance to wrestle them as a Sicilian Beast, I know you got to go for Haystack, because if you were in your prime as the Sicilian Beast, he's the only guy that's even similar to you.
And then years from now, someone will say, I remember when you body slammed that guy. How'd you do that?
Right?
That's it.
And then also, I know another one that you'd want to wrestle. He's still a student, though. He hasn't graduated yet, but I think he might be dating your wife's granddaughter.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's his name?
Johnny Stewart.
There you go. Johnny's in training, and you got him in there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think you got him in there so you could give him one whenever he gets out of line. And you'd be like, oh, I'll show you a few things. Watch this, kid. Oh, well, that's a real elbow. I'm sorry. So, yeah, pretty sneaky, sis, as they would say in the commercial. If I had a chance to wrestle one of them guys, I'm going to stay away from that Haystack because he's freaking huge.
He's a bigger boy.
Listen, he's a really bigger boy. Yeah. And I'll be honest with you, if I wrestle him, even when I beat him, I'm still going to fill it the next.
That would be if you beat him.
No, when I beat him.
No, that's if.
When.
And that's a
Beast,
big if.
Beast, I would whoop you, and you just said you'd body slam him.
Well, hell, I'm only 70.
No, I mean in your prime, Beast.
Oh, no way.
Oh, me versus you in the prime?
You wouldn't go
prime?
You wouldn't go 2 minutes.
Oh, gosh. Like when they said Rocky versus whoever the heck Antonio Tarver played on that movie. I forgot. On the Rocky movie. Yeah, wrong.
Wrong.
I would get you. I would get you.
We'll never see, will we?
We're going to have to put ourselves on video games.
Tell them to do a computer thing.
And then we'll have your kid or your grandkid or whatever play my kid. Or maybe have your son play my son. Or however you want to word it. And then they'll see. And they will be the final between... Yes.
That would make for a hell of a good show. You know that.
I think it would, actually.
Yeah.
Gosh.
I'll watch it.
I'm in.
I promise I'll watch it.
All right. We're about to make sure that they make us. Anyway, so yeah, if I had to choose which students out of the young, whoops, I'm over here hitting the new mic, out of the young bucks that we have going on now, no offense to my students for calling them young bucks. You don't want to be a crappy yard tart-esque tag team. I would say none of them. They all garbage next to me. No, I'm just playing. Okay.
That is a lousy attitude. You know
I
that?
know.
Come on, man.
Listen, I like. How
many people just turned off the TV?
I like the tag team. What's those kids' names? They're really annoying.
Mutt and Jeff?
Something like that. Alpha Girls or something like that.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, Alpha Dogs or Alpha. I don't know what the heck they are. Those two. Just so I could shut them up. Oh my gosh.
That'd make you happy.
Now, you know who I like is I like that Trevor Amir guy. I think that he's coming around. He needs to surround himself with better people, though.
That would help.
But yeah, those guys there. There's quite a few of them. And yes, even the Haystack guy, I'd like to wrestle him just because it's always fun to beat.
Oh, I'm going to watch that.
Beat up a big guy like that. Plus,
I got a friend who's a Catholic priest.
Do you?
Yeah, so he can give you last rites.
Oh gosh, yeah. Like I'm worried about that. Anyway,
good old Father Tom.
Father Tom.
Yeah.
Last question.
Hey, role model!
Oh, there you go.
With you facing John Potok on August 10th at the Turner Club, did you make your appointment at the ER at Akron General or Akron City Hospital?
First of all,
closer to better.
First of all, that's a good idea. John should probably get a hold of one of them things because, when I run him and stretch him and do everything I can, he's probably going to need to check into one of them places. And for me to look into it for him would probably be a nice gesture. Because we did share a TV show for many years. I mean, we were on TV together for, let's see. PWW was over 4 years, and then from 99 to 2004. Then in 2004, we started with RCW Ripped, or UWC Ripped, and then that went on for another 4 years, or 3 years, something like that. I can't remember. Yeah, 2008. So, yeah. I'd say, that'd be a nice gesture, but yeah. Good try there, by the way, on being Ben Dover, but he's in the state pen right now, so he can't get out.
Who's that, Benny?
And Benny, your buddy.
Yeah, Benny.
Benny Dover. Yeah. But yeah, so I'm gonna say, whatever. That's crap. But yeah, the only person gonna be needing a hospital or a doctor will be the artist formerly known as the Champ, John Potok. Now he's calling himself the Generic Freak. I don't get it.
The Generic Freak?
Yeah, can you believe it?
Someone got to explain that.
He called himself the Genetic Freak.
Generic.
I figured he probably had
very nice.
It was probably a typo with the T and the R, so I fixed it for him.
It's a clever little piece of work. Very nice.
Thank you. All right. Anyway, hey, we're going to get out of here. Before the Sicilian Beast, Ken Sermonera, I am your role model, Rick Leaf, saying join us again next week for another edition of RCW Spotlight. Peace.
Bye.